I think I had a dream. A dream of being alone. I wanted someone, anyone, beside me. So I didn't have to feel alone anymore.
I've had instances of that before. Of course, I've never been attacked by watery Ozma, but that is another thing. Wherever I am, there is purple lightning. That is never a good thing.
Anybody there?
Oh, there's a bird.
Oren! Hey!
That bird just does not care that he's screaming right now. Oh wait, never mind. There it goes. And it just made a seagull noise. Well, looks like we have control again. So, pretty much when you're in water ever like this, if you hit the circle button, you can dive underneath the water. If you don't hold it, you will just simply surface back up. So, what's this over here? Looks like something's a little bit different, but this place is creepy. It's like really legitimately creepy. What's this? Something Macalania.
What do we have here? Nope, can't read it.
Okay, so wherever I am, it is obviously foreign to me. Alright, so nothing over here. Might as well start swimming over this way. I mean, there's the giant glowing go over here icon on my map, so obviously something important is over this way. Besides this decrepit ruin, which is honestly, like, really kind of creepy. That's honestly what my first reaction was when I first played this game back at launch of Final Fantasy X. Oh, look, save sphere. Save here if you so need. Again, I generally don't save while I'm on camera. But if you go over this way, there is a small little path over here, and there's a chest. So, open it up, and we get a high potion. High potions restore, I believe, 1,000 HP inside this game, so they're very good to have. There's something under the water. You know, he's lucky none of the stone slabs crushed him. That would have been a real anticlimactic way to end the game. Splat. Boom. Died right at the beginning of the tutorial section. No, that wouldn't be until Final Fantasy 12. But something's watching us, and I don't like it. In a dystopian future where fish have evolved to become people. No, ladies and gentlemen, these are, I believe, sanguines? I can never say their names properly, so I'm just gonna call them fish people. They're pretty common for underwater enemies. They go down relatively easily, so... Saghin, I think that's what it was. If I could actually, you know, wait long enough to actually, you know, see their names. But, kill 2 of them. And looks like we've attracted something else's attention. Something a lot bigger. And it's scaring the fish away. And did nothing for that fish. Okay, now that's just a waste. And hold on, when I kill it, it turns into pretty little lights. When you kill it, blood comes out. Something's not right here. Ladies and gentlemen, meet an instance of a boss we cannot fight against. Genosaga, or whatever this name is. I know, I'm terrible with names in Final Fantasy X. I apologize for that. Pretty much just war of attrition. Keep fighting this thing. Don't try to use healing items if you can. So, looks like we can't do anything, so we should probably get the heck out of here. This thing's quite powerful. And now it's angry. Way to go, Titus. You have made the giant fish Medusa thingy angry. And now he's dropping stone slabs everywhere. Be a shame if one of them crushed us. I feel like I've seen this in Jaws. Okay, definitely seen this in Jaws. But we managed to escape. So, good for us. Bad for him. And keep that little enemy in mind. We're actually gonna have to fight that thing way, way later in the game. And he is not a fun boss. So keep him in mind. Never forget him.
I had made it out of the frying pan and into the freezer. I thought I was gonna die in this place.
All right, well, that was an experience, to say the least. So, let us go up these destroyed stairs. Good thing there's enough for us to be able to get through here. Yeah, this place has just gone from 6 to an 8 on the creepy factor. I stand corrected. Titus is strong. He was able to push those stone slabs out of the way.
Cold. Need fire.
Fire, good. Not bad. So, looks like we've got right here the remains of a campfire. So if we get some flint and tinder, we can start another one. Never mind the fact that wood should be extremely damp because of all the, moisture in the air. So even with a flint and tinder, that technically shouldn't light at all. But here I'm going to the wrong place. You're supposed to go to the desk right there. I'm actually passing it right now. And inside here, we can find the flint. Yay! We found flint. That is surprisingly dry despite the very damp atmosphere that we have right now. Like, seriously, this should not be a thing. Anyway, that's where we came from. Where we have to go is up over this way. Keep this door in mind for later. If we go over here, maybe we can find ourselves some tinder. Now, one thing I have to say about Final Fantasy X, just to get into this right now, this is a very linear game compared to other Final Fantasy games, which is why I find it to be a little bit difficult to commentate over sometimes, because it's so linear compared to, say, Final Fantasy VI or to Final Fantasy 12. More, I'm thinking of 12 whenever I play a Final Fantasy game, because that is my favorite one, but this one's still fun. I'm gonna go right here and you can get yourself another high potion. It's always good to get high potions early in the game, because you never know when you're gonna need them. Although so far I haven't needed any of my healing items, and that's because I know that the beginning battles, you're technically not supposed to die in them. If you did, then I don't know how you did that. Like, literally, even 7-year-old... How old was I when this game came out? As we light a fire, Roxas tries to light the fire in his mind to remember when he actually played this game, how old he was. Game came out 2002, 2003. I would have been 8 or 9. I was a youngin' and didn't get any of the undertones of this game. Now that I'm older, they're blatant. But seems something's watching us again. What's with things watching me?
I need food.
Maybe you can kill some of the monsters around here. They obviously bleed instead of turning into freaking fireflies.
What do you want?
It was a bad call. Your team lost because of you.
You came to say that?
It's been 10 years. I thought you'd be crying.
Who, me?
You cried.
Hey, screw you, kid. Also, that little grain filter that was over that cutscene, that was added in for the HD remaster for a lot of the cutscenes that are like flashbacks. Not gonna lie, not the biggest fan of it. This game has some questionable design choices I don't like. But it looks like whatever was watching us is on the move.
Hey, wait! Don't go out on me! Just hold on. I'll get more wood.
Where can you find wood here? And crap. Oh, there goes my fire. I needed that, you asshole. Now you...
Give me a break!
Now you die. So, a click. At least it doesn't have an ER at the end, then it'd be a clicker. I don't think Titus can deal with clickers. Maybe Ratchet could, seeing as how Titus and Ratchet are both voiced by the same person, James Arnold Taylor. Yeah, if you hadn't picked that up yet, then yeah, pretty much James Arnold Taylor voices Titus in this game. And I just can't separate it from Ratchet anymore. This is very awkward for me. It was a door! Doors open! Not through explosions! Huh. Speaking of clickers, looks like we have the post-apocalyptic squad here. Great. And me not being stealthy to steal their weapons and items without having to use ammo. Alright, so seems whoever this person is on my side. So using grenades, using certain items like grenades have special effects when used. They can be used by selecting special and the ability use. Yes, for some odd reason in this universe you have to have an ability to use items. I'll get more into that actually a little bit later inside this episode, I believe, is when we're going to be tackling that. But you can steal as well, so we can steal another grenade, and this thing's just trying to kill me. So I need to use a potion. So I don't die and have to use my Phoenix down. I don't want to use those. I want to see how long I can go without using one of those. So, grenade out. That's doing damage. And I'm doing damage too. I love crits. So, use another grenade. Okay, this thing's still alive. Haha, you missed me. Alright, so... can't steal anything, so crap. Let's try again, and there we go. It's dead. Take that, click. And whatever it is, we leveled up. We got an S level of 1. I wonder what that is. So don't worry, we'll explain that soon. And a very long and laborious tutorial. Why do the goggles make like a decompression noise?
Phew. That was close. Hey, let me go.
Redek Drak!
What?
Vin, Irisa, Tekiaka! Wag, Edeku! Farkemed?
Fed! Trivida Grisa!
Dralnia, Drakisha Dave.
Ifun Petted. Fapuneket Fedrik. Kuno.
Ow. Ow. stomach. That hurt. Ow. You know, it has to be a very powerful punch for her to knock you out, yet she didn't do really that much against the monster. If you use attack for her normally, she doesn't do that much against the monsters. And now I'm on a boat. This has just been one fun day. I think that there was supposed to be dialogue right there that they ended up cutting, because otherwise the mouth movements don't really make much sense.
Hey, that hurts.
Osujek, right?
Whoa. Okay.
Hey, nurse.
I love charades.
Tui Hood Kabeg?
I said I don't understand.
Akumala.
Fed! He said you can stay if you make yourself useful.
You speak English!
You understand me? All right, I'll work.
And you know, they say all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. But first things first, come over here and grab the first volume of the Albed Primer. The Albed Primer is the secret language of the Albed. So find Albed primers to help you decipher the strange Albed language. And then something written in Albed. They are hidden all over Spira, and we will be collecting all 40 of them. The one that is on this boat right here that I just grabbed is entirely missable. So keep that in mind. You need to grab that one right now.
Oh, almost forgot.
But now we're gonna get the Sphere Grid tutorial. The Sphere Grid is what you use in this game in order to level up your character's stats, attributes, abilities, and some other things here and there. The Sphere Grid is what replaces normal leveling up inside this game. Inside Final Fantasy X, you do not regularly level up. What you do is you level up through sphere levels. That is what the S level stands for. What that means is that is how many times you can move on the Sphere Grid. So for example, in this tutorial, Titus has 4 S level, which means he can move up to 4 times on the Sphere Grid. It does not count whichever one that you are on, so pretty much he could end up right there in the lower corner. So one thing to note is that you level up for sphere levels by defeating enemies. I know I'm talking over the tutorial that's also explaining this, but that's because this is unfortunately unskippable, and you have to listen to it every time you play the game. It's why I don't like the beginning of Final Fantasy X too much. It's a little bit too slow for me. But as you can see, pretty much with characters, you can gain S levels by defeating fiends, participating in battles over time, and you will gain more experience. Just like regular experience for regular levels, over time, it takes longer and longer to level up for an S level to gain more strength, to gain more of anything. So pretty much, these are nodes. Nodes contain the abilities, the stat upgrades that you can use. So for right now, we're gonna move to this location, which asks you if you want to move right here. If you do, say yes. And then what you can do is, pretty much you lose one of your sphere levels, but you create a bridge to previous ones. Going forward in the sphere grid, you can only move 1 space at a time if you've not gone in that direction. If you've already gone in that direction beforehand, though, and want to go backwards for some odd reason, say you ended up missing out on a node earlier, then it takes less levels to move backwards. I believe every 1 sphere level you can move backwards by 3. So now we're getting into how to actually activate things on there. You can activate things on the sphere grid using spheres. There are different types of spheres. There are 4 main ones for activating things that are already on the board. There is power, mana, speed, and ability. Ability spheres activate basic abilities, such as ones that we'll get later are Cure, Fire, Water, Blizzard, Thunder, And then as well as certain attacks such as delay attack, delay buster, armor break, mental break, things such as those. That's what you use ability spheres for. Ability spheres are very hard to come by early in the game, which is why inside of Final Fantasy X HD and the international version, a new ability was added that allows you to extract ability spheres from enemies. It costs an ability sphere to get, and I'll get more into that when we get the character who can actually learn that move. Believe me, it is probably one of the most helpful items on this board for early game. To activate other ones, such as HP increases, strength increases, or defense increases, you would use a power sphere. Those will increase those ones. For speed, you can use them for evasion upgrades or for speed upgrades. That's what you would use a speed sphere for. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit tongue-tied now. And you use mana spheres for MP increases, magic defense increases, and magic defense increases. Now, you can switch between boards, between different characters with the L1 and R1 button. You can hit the select button to end up zooming out of the sphere grid, as you can see right here. The sphere grid is very massive and is actually all interconnected. And that is pretty much it. So, that's sphere grid. So, since we are playing the standard one, we are playing the one that is available inside the base version of Final Fantasy X, as well as the international one if you so chose it. But we're done now, so anyway, guys, I'm going to end it off right here. This has been Roxas1359. Next time, we're going to be working for the Albed.